everyone. My name is Austin Cole. I am going to do my best. I'm recording this video as a synopsis of my day trading journey and strategy up until this point. I've been day trading for about a year on Thinkorswim, and the first thing that I'm going to tell you is day trading is real. There's a lot of bad reputation around day trading. People will tell you that day trading is gambling. I was just on Netflix a few weeks ago, and they have those little trailers, snippets of that pop up of the new thing that they've released or whatever, and it was some Netflix series about money, and the first thing that I saw is this guy sitting there saying that if you are day trading, you are gambling. That is not true. Some people day trade to gamble, and others day trade and use what's in front of them to put the odds in their favor. And if you are consistently putting the odds in your favor, you are not gambling. Gambling is a strategy based on hope. What I do is not based on hope. This is not gambling. What I can tell you is that day trading on a platform like Thinkorswim, day trading how I do it, is real, and you can be successful at it. That was one of the first things that when I came into it, I was unsure of. Is this a thing that's possible? Can it be done? Right? Or is it just a crapshoot and just a 50-50 and everything you do is just up to chance? It's not. It is possible. You can do it. I'm a real person. I found out for myself. I saw all the videos of people doing it, and I wondered, right? Is it possible? I'm here to tell you it is possible. You can do it. You can be successful. So in this video, I'm going to do my best to summarize the easiest way that you can make money consistently day trading. I'm at a point now where I can pretty confidently say that I'm a year into this journey, and I am profitable and have been profitable throughout the entire journey. I've had ups and downs. I've had crazy losses. I've had big winners. I've had big losers. All of it. It's going to be a journey. It's going to be ups and downs. But I'm here to tell you that it is possible. The very first thing, I wrote this stuff down. I'm going to do my best here. Usually it just dissolves into me ranting, but I'm going to try to do my best. But the very first thing is, obviously, you need a brokerage. You need a trading platform. You need a way to be able to trade, okay? So when you're a day trader, you wake up at the same time every single day. It takes a lot of commitment. I wake up every single morning and I'm here at the table. I have the same approach every single day. If this is not something that you can get obsessed with, if you can get literally watch minute by minute. I'm on a 1 minute chart right here. I'm watching this thing throughout the day. I love it. I'm obsessed. If you are obsessed and this is for you, but if you're not, then you might want to take a step back and reconsider, because this is something where you really need to get involved, and you need to you will gain experience, but that is the number one thing, is you need to ask yourself that question about commitment. Number two is you need to understand the platform you're using in the brokerage and the rules. And so Thinkorswim I've been using for over 2.5 years, and I understand the platform very, very well. When you first download it, you first understand it, you're going to be learning it, and you're going to day trading is not for you if you're still using the platform and still getting used to the brokerage that you're set up with. Okay. Next is you need to you need to be familiar with all the things that your platform has to offer. So I am very familiar with this. I have this set up for day trading. I have used this for a very long time, and this is the way I have it set up, and I have not changed it over the last basically year of me day trading, because when it works, right? When it ain't broke, you don't fix it. And so I come to the table every single day and I do the exact same thing every single day. Number two, okay, the next thing is, the best thing that you can do to become a successful day trader is to watch stocks, watch price action. If you really are obsessed with it, you'll know, because you'll come every single morning, every single day, and you'll love to do it. And even if you're not trading, you will be watching the stocks move. And when you're watching stocks move and you are watching price actions, I guarantee you may not be able to put it into words. I'm not able to put it into words, but what I can say is you will learn more than what I tell you in this video, more than anything else. You'll learn just from watching the stocks move, watching the price action. You will learn how stocks behave, how they move. They all move differently. They all are different personalities. They move in all sorts of different ways. But what you'll learn is certain things you'll pick up on. Again, I cannot put it into words, but what I can tell you is that watching stocks over time is just going to be the best thing that you can do. When you wake up every morning, you watch stocks, you will start to understand what I'm talking about. Okay, then there's the more nitty-gritty stuff. The setups day in and day out that you start to look for. And when I say setup, I mean a certain chart pattern, right? I'm really trying to be careful in defining these things for you, because when people throw these buzzwords around, it's like, what the hell are they talking about? When I say setup, I mean a concrete chart pattern. Chart patterns are going to be different every time. There is no two stocks that have traded the same in any range ever. But what I'm saying is a general pattern, a trend that you see, something that you see in a chart, and you go on a specific time frame, and you go, oh, this I've seen before. And what happened that last time was an explosive move. And now I'm seeing it build in the same sort of way, and the chart is forming in that same sort of way. So the odds are in my favor that a similar explosive move might occur. So that's all it is it's easy to say, it's easy to look at a chart like this and go, oh, look how much it went up. If only I had bought, if only I had bought at the beginning of that move. The reason I was able to get such a beautiful entry right here is because I've been watching stocks for so long, and I've missed out on so many of these moves that I'm very familiar with going back in time and looking at it here and going, oh, like, what did it do? What was the trigger there? What would have told me to buy? So it's not about this part, right? It's not about the uptrend. And I'm going to get my pen out here so I can be a little bit more accurate. It's not about this part. It's about this part. That is the key to trading, is this part. The part that tells you to buy before this explosive move happens. The explosive move, that's where you want to be in the trade. You want to be in the trade when the move is happening, right? You don't want to be late. You should not be chasing the move, right? You want to get in before. So I get in anticipation of the move. And so there's specific setups that I look for, and that's going to be the key, okay? So I have a recap today. I did my trading recap today, where I went over this specific trade. So if you're interested in that, you can go watch it. And when it comes to the specific trades and the specific setups, I have a ton of recaps where I go over all the setups. But that's what's really going to come down to, is knowing those specific setups. So there are two kind of types of trades that I execute, right? Trades that I execute. Number one is a trade like this, where I'm looking for an entry based on a setup that I'm familiar with. And I say, the odds are in my favor for this stock to move in the direction where I expect it to move. There's a lot of factors at play. You can notice in my setup, I've got my chart set up. I have very few indicators. I don't use any of these fancy indicators that people are advertising on YouTube. I've got the chart. I've got VWAP, a few moving averages, volume, and then you notice I've got a 1 minute chart, this one I move around a little bit, 5 minute chart, 15 minute chart here, and then a daily chart down here. And when you intersect all these time frames together, it starts to paint a picture where you can start to try to examine certain moments in time in this stock where you can say, now is a good moment in time to buy. Not every moment in time is a good moment in time to execute a trade. But today was a good moment in time. And again, the recap is available for you to watch. But today was a good moment in time, just briefly, because the daily chart was telling me that today could be a green day. The 1 minute chart was showing me a setup that I've seen before and has, preceded an explosive move. And again, that 15 minute chart just tying it all together and giving me the confidence that a move like that could occur. All these things just intersecting, right? And that's just a little bit of context. There's all sorts of things that you have to pick up on, but I guarantee you, I can't describe them all. There's so many factors, but I guarantee you that the best thing you can do if you are serious about this is watch stocks, and you'll start to understand the language of what I'm talking about. Because when you watch stocks every day, you start to pick up on, oh, okay, I missed that move. I wasn't a part of that trade. That stock went crazy, but let's really look at what did that stock do to build into that explosive move? Stocks, unless there's news out, crazy news that, I don't know, some random news that sends a stock story. This is news driven. This is a move that was not news driven, right? It was driven by technicals. And so when they're driven by technicals, stocks have to build and create energy and coil up before they burst out in moments of energy. So it's about being a part of that, of the ride. And so I tell myself every day when I'm looking at stocks and I flip around to look at stocks, every day, try to find reasons not to take a trade, right? Try to find reasons not to take a trade. And trust me, when you've been watching stocks and looking at stocks for a significant period of time, you will start, on rare occasion, you'll find instances like these where it becomes so tempting to take a position because of the setups that's in front of you, and because how you've seen it before, and you literally can't justify any reason not to take that trade when you have a clear frame of mind. That's when you take that position, right? Not when you're just bored and you just want to jump in and, oh, maybe it'll go up, maybe it'll go down. That's not day trading, that's gambling, right? But when literally you are going through your checklist, like, I shouldn't take this trade because I'm not emotionally in it right now. No, I'm emotionally here. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, I shouldn't take this trade because the setup isn't good. No, the setup is good. I've seen this work out many times. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I should take this trade. I should take this trade. This is a setup that's worked out many times before. So again, this isn't a video where I'm going to try to get into all the nitty-gritties of all the setups and all that. There's plenty of videos on YouTube that will show you that, but I'm trying to be an organic spokesperson of, look, what I'm trying to tell you is, you don't need crazy indicators. There is no single indicator that's going to tell you when to buy or when to sell. There is no, and you guys know that. You guys are smart. You know, I assume that if you're watching this video, maybe you're a little bit familiar with Thinkorswim and how it works, and you're probably already familiar with some of the basics. So what I'm trying to tell you is that there is a real day trading strategy out there that isn't complicated. It's not. All you're trying to do, it's true, all you're trying to do is buy low, sell high. That's it. And I've got many different strategies, or not strategies, but different trades that I execute to achieve that goal. Again, I already said number one is like this, where I'm taking a trade where I see a setup that's worked before and I'm trying to maximize, and I say, for 30 minutes or an hour, I think the stock can explode during that time and I want to hold this position. Then the other type of trade I take a lot is a dip trade, where I'm buying that dip. There's a large imbalance where I'm trying to buy that dip. And so that's something that I've talked about a lot in my recaps as well. But I hope that this video gave you a little bit of insight into the fact that day trading is real, it is possible, and you can be successful at it. But again, the number one thing that you can do is be familiar with the platform that you're working with. You can be a successful day trader in Thinkorswim. It is possible. And just watch stocks day in and day out. If you really become obsessed with this, you will become successful. Determination and perseverance, you will become successful. I'm only 21 years old. I feel like I can say at this point in time that I am a successful day trader. I'm happy with the amount that I've made. I'm profitable over a period of time where I can say that, like, I've had my ups and downs, but I'm consistently profitable. I'm making more money over time. So it's just, I kind of look at the world of finance and the world of day trading in a completely different light, because I'm able to kind of hear that jargon and come back to that sentiment of like, oh, day trading is gambling, and go, no, it isn't. It is possible. You can win at it, and it feels good. It feels great to come to this puzzle every day, right? It's a puzzle that you're trying to solve every single day. And it is very emotional. It is extremely emotional. Emotions are huge in day trading, and they are your single biggest obstacle. It will be your emotions. You will have big losses, and you will have moments. I've had moments where I've said, I must be the worst trader to ever exist. But you come through it. You have those losses, but it's the ability to make back those losses, chip away at those losses, and then all of a sudden you're back at all-time highs in your account. That's what it takes, right? Is to not blow it all on one trade. You gotta be disciplined. It's like, discipline is like one of the most important things, aside from anything, right? Being able to wake up at 9:30 and then 30 minutes into the day, an hour into the day, saying, I don't see anything good to trade. I'm not going to take a trade on something that I don't feel confident. You have to take a trade that you think you have a greater than 50% chance of winning on. If you don't think you have a greater than 50% chance of winning, then why the hell are you taking the trade, right? And I'm almost talking to myself here, because I've taken trades before where I knew going into the trade the odds aren't in my favor, But the reality of it was I took that trade because I was literally bored, and I knew that I was doing that. But that's just how difficult overcoming the emotions is. You think it's easy, it's not. You'll find yourself an hour into the day where you sat there for an hour looking at stocks and you're like, I don't see any good setups, and all of a sudden you're trading a bad setup, something that isn't reliable, something you're not confident in, just because you're bored, and you think, well, there's a chance I make money, so I'm in. And then you lose. And then those even worse scenarios where you're bored, you take a position, and you make money. And in that scenario, you're being rewarded for your bad behavior. And then that becomes almost ingrained in your strategy, because you become rewarded for bad behavior, and then that makes you more likely to fall into that bad behavior again. And that's where you have to be extremely careful. And what I will say too is that day trading requires you have to be able to be very mature and very introspective. You have to spend a lot of time reflecting on your trades. What went right, what went wrong. I'm showing you here a great trade, one of my best trades of the year, right? So, there's a certain perception there. But I could also equally show you one of my worst trades of the year, which, full disclosure, full honesty, full transparency, because I think that's extremely important. Day trading requires extreme honesty. And extreme honesty here means telling you that my worst loss of all time is 4 times greater than the gain you're seeing right here. I've had massive losses where the emotional toll becomes almost overwhelming, and you think, how am I ever going to recover? But what's even more significant than that weight is the fact that despite multiple of those big, fat, heavy losses, I've come back and made all-time highs again. And that gives me the confidence that even if I fall into that trap again and I make that mistake again, I have that big loss, I can come back, and I can make it back, because I've done it again and again and again. I've done it multiple times, come back from big losses. That gives me confidence. And so when you see those things in place, you start to gain confidence as a trader. And confidence doesn't mean you jump in. It doesn't mean an ego trip. It just means that you are in the game, and it means that you know what the hell you're doing. Anyway, before I rant on any further, I hope that maybe this was helpful for you. I'm trying to be organic, and I'm trying to be truthful in the way that I represent day trading as an activity that you can do as a potential full-time job, part-time job, or something that you are interested in. But there is real money at stake, and you have to be very careful. Paper trade if you have to, but again, even if you're paper trading, it's not going to give you the full picture, because you don't have real money on the line. Again, that emotional aspect is a huge part of the game, and so if you don't have that stake in the game of having real money on the line, then it's not going to mimic real trading, and it's not going to be representative of the real deal. But when you have real money on the line, that's when your true colors will shine. And when you're down big on a position, that's when your true self's going to come out. Those emotions are going to flare up, trust me. And that's when it becomes the most difficult to really be robotic and not let the emotions get to you. So anyway, day trading is very, very difficult, but it's so much fun. If you can become obsessed with it, that's going to be your biggest driver. If this is a passion of yours, if it is a passion and you do come to the table every single day, you can be successful, you can succeed. And your best evidence of that really is me. And I'm not trying to gas myself up. I'm not the best trader, whatever. I'm just saying that the truth is, it is possible. I've done it. You can do it. And, anyway, if you're new to this journey, I wish you luck. And guys, if you thought this was helpful, please leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new. I do my recaps every single day. I go live at 5:40 p.m. Eastern Time, and I have a Discord server. The link is in the description. You can join that. And I love talking about stocks. I have a true passion for this, and I'm happy to talk to all of you and any of you about what you're dealing with in trading. I'm a student. I'm young. I'm just like you. I'm trying to figure this out. But I think I have some insight that could be valuable. So if that is the case, please leave a like on the video. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the recap. All right. Bye-bye, guys.